Assi Ghat is where Assi and Ganga rivers meet. It is one of the busiest ghats and is the first ghat on the southern side of the city. Let's start our walking today from this ghat to experience the unparalleled splendor of Varanasi as seen from the Ganga river at sunrise. Not just that, we will also learn more about Varanasi during our walk today. And this walk is also for charity purpose since we will be contributing rupees 100 per kilometer to a charity organization at the end of the walk. This is Shastri Vadali and I welcome you to this exciting journey. I got this opportunity to visit Varanasi with the blessings of my maternal uncle, late Sri G.V. Surya Kumar, whose last rites were performed here in Varanasi. He was a noble man and always worked for well-being of others. Let's start with the brief understanding about the ghats of Varanasi. A ghat is a flight of stone steps reaching like roots into the river. There are over 70 bathing ghats reaching from Assi Ghat in the south to Adikeshava in the north. Today we will be walking till Manikarnika Ghat, which is one of the two cremation ghats of Varanasi, the other being Harishchandra Ghat. Observe the 17th century palace of the Maharaja Chet Singh as we approach it. It is time now to go on a pictorial tour of all the ghats that lie between Assi and Chet Singh Ghats. At the end of the pictorial tour, I have a story for you that demonstrates the power of river Ganga to destroy our sins. The 17th century poet Jagannatha was the author of the most powerful and beloved eulogies of the river Ganges titled Ganga Lahari. The poet was patronized by the Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan and his son, the scholarly prince Dara Shikoh. When the poet was expelled from his Brahmin caste for a love affair with a Muslim woman, he sat with his beloved atop the 52 steps of the Panchaganga Ghat and called upon the river Ganga to purify and claim him. He started composing the 52 verses of the Ganga Lahari, and the river rose one step with each verse. When all the 52 verses are completed finally, the waters touched the very feet of the lovers, purified them, and carried them away. The poet addressed the river as mother, comforter, and supporter. He portrayed himself as worst of sinners, and he challenges the Ganga to purify the likes of him. This story clearly demonstrates the power of the Ganga river. Let us now go on another pictorial tour of all the ghats that we have passed through after crossing the Chet Singh Ghat. I hope you enjoyed the pictorial tour. Let's now learn about the Panchatirthi pilgrimage or the pilgrimage of the very excellent five Tirthas. Having bathed in these Tirthas, a person shall never be born again. First is the Assi confluence, the foremost and supreme of Tirthas. Then there is Dasashwamedha, honored by all the Tirthas. Next comes the footwater Tirtha at Adikeshava Ghat. Then there is the holy five rivers of Panchaganga Ghat, which destroys one's sins by simply bathing there. Beyond these four Tirthas is the fifth one called Manikarnika, which bestows purity on the mind and senses. A pilgrim takes a holy bath at each of these five Tirthas and then proceed for the darshan of Lord Vishwanatha, Mata Annapurna and Sakshi Vinayaka, who watches for the completion of their pilgrimage. Let us hope that we will be able to perform this Panchatirthi pilgrimage one day. It is time now to learn about the most popular Das Ashwamedha Ghat. It is believed that Lord Brahma performed the 10 Ashwamedha sacrifices here. As per historians, the 10 Ashwamedha sacrifices have been performed by the revivalist Hindu dynasty of the 2nd century, the Bhara Shivanagas. Whatever the source of its name, the Ghat has long been said to confer the lavish benefits of 10 Ashwamedha upon all who bathe here. There are three Puranic lingas at Dasashwamedha. First is that of the Sholakanteshwara, second is the Brahmeshwara, said to have been established by Lord Brahma himself, and the third one is Das Ashwamedheswara, located in the compound of the famous Shitala temple. Having learned about this Ghat, it is time now for another pictorial tour of all the Ghats we have passed through after crossing the Kshemeswara Ghat. We are almost approaching our last stop, the Manikarnika Ghat. While we continue our walk towards this final stop, let us know some more facts about the Ghats we have passed through today. In Assi Ghat, don't forget to visit the Assi Sangameswara, the Lord of the confluence at Assi. You can also visit the big open-air Shivalinga located under the peepal tree there. Do visit Lularka Kund, which is located above Tulsi Ghat. Tulsi Ghat is named after poet Saint Tulsi Das, whose house and temple still stand at the head of the Ghat steps. The ashram of the contemporary woman saint Ma Anandamayi is located at Anandamayi Ghat. Hanuman Ghat is the birthplace of the great devotional teacher Vallabha, who lived in the late 15th and early 16th centuries. Hanuman Ghat is also famous for Ruru, the dog Bhairava. Harishchandra Ghat is named after the legendary king the truthful Harishchandra. Kedar Ghat is the anchor of Kedarakhanda and the home of Kedareshwara Linga. Chaum Sati Ghat is named for the 64 goddesses whose temple is in the city above the ghat. The 18th century observatory of the Rajput Jai Singh is located in a magnificent building towering above the Manmandir Ghat. Lalita Ghat has long been famous for its Vishnu shrine called Ganga Keshava and the Bhagirathi Devi temple. Also at Lalita Ghat is the Nepali temple containing an image of Pashupateshwara. Having reached our final destination, I need to say goodbye to you before I head back to Assi Ghat. Before we go, let's remember that we are at Manikarnika, where death is auspicious, and that there is no city like Kashi, and that there is no linga like Vishveshwara. In this video, we have learnt a few things about Varanasi Ghats. We experienced the splendor of these ghats during sunrise, and above all, we contributed to a charity organization a sum of Rs 700 for the 7 kilometers that we walked today. It is appropriate that I end the video with one of the favorite quotes of late G.V. Suryakumar. The 6 qualities needed for finding God are enthusiasm, effort, courage, intelligence, resourcefulness, and perseverance. Let us continue our journey of finding God, and thank you for walking with us today. Bye bye.